Asterisk, hold on to your hats, Below Deck fans, because Season 3 of Below Deck Down Under is about to get wild. Asterisk, Captain Jason Chambers is back at the helm, and he's laying down the law in ways that will leave you stunned. In a recent exclusive interview with Us Weekly, Jason hinted at some major shakeups ahead, and we're here to break down everything you need to know. The drama kicks off with a tease that not everyone will make it to the end of the season. Jason, ever the straight shooter, dropped a bombshell when he said, "I do cut some cancer out. No pun intended, since I just had a melanoma cut out, but I do get on top of some things. Whether it is a termination or not, you'll have to wait and see." And if you're wondering what that means for the crew, you're not alone. Who could be getting the boot this season? Jason doesn't give away any names, but the hint that someone will be cut is enough to have us all on edge. With so much drama and tension brewing, it's clear that this season won't be without its fair share of confrontations. Speaking of tension, Jason also addressed the growing friction between the heads of departments. As we've seen on past seasons of Below Deck, it's usually the junior crew members who find themselves struggling under the pressure of the job, but Season 3 is different. This time, it's the senior crew members who are clashing. Jason explains, "Obviously, as a captain, I wouldn't think that would be the case. I would actually think I'd be worrying more about the junior members than the heads of department, who should actually be professional enough and experienced enough to be able to get through the hurdles that are there." Unfortunately, it looks like those expectations will be put to the test as the tension between the chief stew and bosun reaches a boiling point. Yikes. Jason, however, remains committed to keeping the team's morale high, but he isn't afraid to step in when things go off the rails. "If you've seen me on Seasons 1 and 2, I'm all about positivity in teams that run themselves. I'm not here to micromanage you. I'm here to help," Jason explains. "Our end goal is to get to a point where we do grow, succeed, and give the guests everything they want. That is a simple task to follow, isn't it? But with friction between the crew, that goal may seem difficult to reach. And we can't talk about Below Deck without mentioning the drama on board, and this season, there's plenty." We get a sneak peek of a major confrontation where Jason tells the crew, "I will not tolerate heads of department yelling at each other." The intensity builds as Jason describes the undercurrent of negativity on board as an infection that needs to be cut out. That's right, this season, Jason is playing the role of the doctor and the captain, attempting to cure the ship of its most toxic elements. The question on everyone's minds now: who will get cut, and who will survive the brutal scrutiny? Fans will also get a glimpse of some intense personal moments on board. In one clip, we see one of the men punching the wall in frustration. Who's got the anger issues this season? What sparked the outbreak? All these questions will keep fans glued to their screens as they wait for more details. Plus, Jason's promise of boatmances adds even more intrigue. Unlike previous seasons, where romance was virtually non-existent, Below Deck Down Under Season 3 is sure to serve up plenty of relationship drama. And with the gorgeous, remote setting in Africa, it's no wonder that love and lust is in the air. Jason is quick to point out that the reality of boat life often leads to these boatmances. It's important to understand that these franchises are trying to show the audience what it's like to work on a boat, he says. And with Below Deck filming 6 months worth of chartering in just 6 weeks, it's no surprise that the intense work environment leads to some blurred lines between personal and professional. "You wanted to go the distance," Jason admits, "but fatigue sets in and a few nights out, and we've seen in the past in other franchises that things don't last too long." The excitement doesn't stop there. Below Deck Down Under Season 3 is set in the breathtakingly beautiful Africa, a first for the franchise. With stunning new locations and a fresh batch of crew members, including some familiar faces like Chef Zarina Mace-Ralph and deckhand Harry Van Vliet, fans are in for a season that promises more than just your typical boat drama. It was easy to attract guests to come, and it's the first time the franchise has been in Africa, Jason notes, giving us a sneak peek at the exotic location and the promise of an unforgettable season. With new faces, new romances, and the ever-present tension between the crew, this season of Below Deck Down Under is shaping up to be one of the most explosive yet. Jason's approach to running the ship, cutting out the cancer when necessary, shows that he's not afraid to make the tough decisions for the good of the crew. Who will survive the drama, and who will be sent packing? You'll have to watch to find out. Don't miss the action when Below Deck Down Under airs Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Bravo, with new episodes streaming on Peacock the following day. Get ready for a season of shocking twists, unforgettable moments, and the kind of reality TV drama that makes us all crave more.